Peace, 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 peace. Happy now. Now's the vibrator course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Matter of fact, just a quick update, quick vibe. I do not own the copyrights to any music you may hear in the background. Matter of fact, can y'all hear me? Do I sound like I'm too low, or is the music in the background overloading? You know what I'm saying or what I'm talking about? Just let me know. But first off, don't be scared to do any fucking thing that you love. And yesterday I kind of got like a little message, a little confirmation, as far as like I was about to I was about to buy some food, and in that moment I kind of had a little hint of like, oh well, you might want to get the cheaper, the cheaper meal instead of, and then instantly, something hit me and was like, nah, bro, I'm gonna get what I want in this moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat what I love to eat and what I want to eat. Because here it is. I'm not being no glutton anyway. I could see if I was like being a glutton, but it was like my first meal of the day in essence. So it's like, eat what you want. You know what I'm saying? But and as I did that, right in that moment, I don't know if it was on my receipt or something came to me and it showed me the numbers 444. And you can check out my video on 444, but that's basically like your spirit guides letting you know, like, hey, people that you are, supported and backed up by. It's like, trust, like it's like mixed with the material, practical energy, with the number 4 of like, being grounded in this realm, and trusting that you have the angels or higher self support, whether you say angels, spirit guides, whatever, but you have that support. Blessings, y'all. So beautiful. Blessings, Frederick Douglass. All right, Frederick Douglass, reincarnated. Just Rena Bina. Blessings, Snooky Once the blessings, Andrea Dickerson. All right, Laura Talamentes. All right. Oh yeah, you just got some. Oh, I can't be speaking people, but appreciate the support. Michelle Rogers, what's up? What's up? West Combs, blessings. El Ross. But yeah, like it's for us to really realize, again, the importance of making sure we being in the moment. Like not going outside of the moment and getting into our thoughts in any way, form, or fashion. But also that vibe, like that Aries energy coming through strong. But more so too, what I want to speak to is us working out a lot of karma in this month. And I can't recall the actual transits, but for one, you got Saturn and Pluto energy is like very strong and very influential right now. And right now we basically dealing with the energy of our past meets the present in order to create our future. So in essence, we having to work out past karma, and karma is just cause and effect. You take an action and there's a certain cause that come with that. And like I'm seeing a vibe of two, how we have to be sure of ourselves right now, because it's also like energies that's testing us to, like certain people may be like, hey, you should be a part of our little group and this and that and work with our, you should definitely start this business with me, or or you should you should look into doing this practice, you know what I'm saying? But like you getting these little vibes, and say for instance it'll come up and it may not resonate with you strongly, and but it's coming from somebody who you really feel like you connect with, or you have a vibe with. But it's basically like in so many realms of tests, especially coming from your inner self, to see if you really want to do what you really want to do, you know what I'm saying? And again, I spoke on that, like why inner indecisiveness turns into a situation externally that presents that indecisiveness, So if I don't know if I want to play football or basketball, in my subconscious mentally, then that plays out as some people coming to me like, hey, you want to play basketball today? And then another person like, hey, you should play football today, That's due to that that's within yourself, you know what I'm saying? And you start to see how important it is about realizing it's an inner work, and everything that you're dealing with is a reflection of what's going on inside of you and your subconscious mind, you know. But also we dealing with a lot of little strong energies the last few days, you know, especially on the 8th. I think today is the 9th or the 10th, but on the 8th, you know, definitely had a strong surge of energy, you know, pushing us through. And remember, you know, we got these body suits. You know, we're going through all these changes, you know. That's why it's so important tonight. Matter of fact, one of the most important things right now to be observant and non-judgmental. You know, don't judge yourself, and matter of fact, and love yourself unconditionally. Fuck it if, you know, the way the picture is painted, so and so look like their growth is beautiful or easy or whatever, you know. And don't pay attention to how I'm growing or so and so growing, you know. And then, you know, that's a double-edged sword in a thin line where you gotta watch yourself. You can learn from people and pick up on aspects that you could, you know, use to learn in your experience. But sometimes, you know, our egoic mind, you know, especially in these times, if we're not strong in our energy, you know, it could take some advice from somebody and have you follow it when in essence you're more so following it out of fear, like, and scared, instead of trusting your own insight. You know, you kind of like just going with something that somebody else bringing up to you, you know what I'm saying? So just making sure, you know, we're strong in our energies. Again, it's going to be a lot of, you know, a lot of situations pop up where you're wondering like who this person is or what, you know, like these weird connections. I wouldn't say weird, but, you know, people that you, again, never, you know, never met or came across. And there's certain energies that, you know, we're working out. Like, if I'm just saying something as if I slap somebody in the face in a past life or something like that and cause some type of riot, then that person may come back in this realm to shake something up within my realm in this lifetime, you know what I'm saying? And disclaimer, you know, I didn't plan for this video, just going with the flow of things as they come to me. But you know, blessing. Matter of fact, I see y'all. What's up? Blessings, Nakia, Illy, Alpha, Via, Baphomet. Yo, any new crystals? I've been working with a yellow apatite or gold apatite, chrysocolla malachite, and amber. You know, working in that solar plexus area, because that's another thing too. You know, with this Aries energy, matter of fact, the full moon coming up in Libra, so it's gonna kind of bring us into that relationships and balance, you know, vibration. You know, because right now we're on some head first. It's about me right now. You know, it's about my unique creativity. It's about you know, setting an impression, because right now in this season, what we doing, saying, and where we at and who we dealing with, that's gonna ring out into our future, you know. So we want to be making sure we doing things and being around people, places, or things that we would like to, you know, see manifest in our future as we grow, you know. And again, don't be judgmental if you see yourself in a place where it's like, oh man, I don't, you know, we are where we're meant to be, you know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Always remember that, you know, and just got to work out whatever energy you're dealing with. But yeah, as a matter of fact, I caught a little vibe of like, you know, and again, we talking about energy, you know, just, you know, sometimes we, you know, step into the 3D realm, because of course, you know, we're in human body suits at the end of the day, but we are still, you know, the no thing in vibrations in the human bodysuit, you know, vibrations of the of consciousness in the bodysuit, and more so like, you know, the flow of energy. So you know, a lot of I like to call it legions being started, you know what I'm saying? Basically like recruitment from certain spiritual factions, you know, like again, you know, you do things one way, but some Kemetic people might be like, hey man, you should come to a little, you know, little Kemetic gathering we got going on, or, you know, you should come to this little Hindu shindig we got going on, or, you know, you should come to this this yoga class I got, again, there's certain of like certain energies trying to, pull you into the realm, and more so too, that is something that's a little more personal to my growth in essence, as far as the way it's coming at me, because the reason why I'm saying that, like, some of us are, very powerful souls, so to speak, and with that energy, it's like playing basketball on a basketball court. This is the best example I could give you. Like, we shooting hoops on the basketball court, and somebody could see that I could hoop good. Somebody see that, bruh, Universal got them skills. They gonna come like, hey, bro, you wanna hop on our team? You know what I'm saying? As we run this game on the court, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that vibe, in essence, coming to us, like certain energies, want us to play on their team in essence, So again, making sure that something is what you truly love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly love dealing with music and listening to it, to making it, all that. You know what I'm saying? So, as people coming up presenting things outside of the music realm, I'm kind of keeping the ear to it, to not be closed-minded, and to peep out the situation. But if it's not resonating with me strongly, then I'm not feeling it. And that's the thing. If it don't resonate with you strongly, don't deal with it, don't go with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we should be doing what we love. Like, we should be happily doing what we love every second of our now and every moment. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what we constantly doing, the inner work for us, to constantly, pull out the little weeds in the garden, so we could really get this garden looking beautiful and everything growing and sprouting as it should. But again, and back to this April vibes, because Pluto out streams, in certain energies. And matter of fact, you also, that's another thing, you got Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto will be in retrograde, starting to go in retrograde in April. You know what I'm saying? So, you had those in Jupiter about the expansion, abundance, growth, and learning in that aspect. You got Saturn that deals with restrictions and responsibilities and boundaries. And Pluto kind of deal with those extremes and that underworld vibe, diving deep into certain situations. And it also, Pluto is like, brings about change, because Pluto moves, transits through each zodiac sign, I think about 13 to 14 years. So it's in Capricorn right now, so it's dealing with that, that vibe of climbing that mountain, that egoic material, being on the top of our game, like on a boss type of vibe, But and also you may feel like a clash of energies. Of course, it would depend on what's in your natal chart in essence. But like that Jupiter Saturn clash, was like an expansive vibe with responsibility and restriction. Like having a certain, like, hey, I gotta live free and have that vibe, but then have like a certain practicality or restriction or boundary to it, so to speak. But again, working out a lot of past life karma, so no hard feelings with like not dealing with certain situations, because I'm starting to see that you may have, again, souls that you connect with, you know what I'm saying, like certain beings that you could feel and know that, hey, they ain't trying to do nothing foul to me, but they may bring up a situation or ask you to do something that ain't alignment. And matter of fact, even that is something, because maybe in the past life you probably tried to pull them into something that you was doing, so in this lifetime they the ones that's like, hey, Universal, you want to do this, or you want to do that. It's like, and it's a test, like, no, I really want to do what I really want to do. But that's the point of being so strong and knowing our energy, because when we're not strong in our energy, we kind of a little loose and a little too open-minded. You could get lost in trying to be in somebody else's sauce, you know what I'm saying? So we're always keeping that awareness. But we're going to be coming across You know, so right now too, experiencing, coming across old habits, people, places, and things, you know, in some way, form, or fashion, you know. And if it ain't the same places, it's gonna be places that carry the same energy of things in your past. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I watched myself on my video last night smoking herb and freestyling on the live IG video. It's like bringing up that old aspect of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like certain aspects being brought up. You know, to show us, you know, to show us how we should move away from it, or to show us how we should incorporate it, you know, where it's something that we shouldn't get rid of, you know, fully. But also remember, we growing into a new earth, you know what I'm saying? Like literally, like, you know, the earth, and you feeling that vibe too. You starting to see the separation more and more, you know what I'm saying? Like those energies who feel a little negative and got like a little heavy heart, they may be being pulled more to that negativity and heavy heart. And again, no negative, positive as far as like good and bad, or one is right, one is wrong. It's neither right or wrong, good and bad, because we also move into that aspect. You know, certain things carry a certain energy about it, but it's good or bad, right or wrong to it. You know what I'm saying? Like no duality of it. You know. Finding that, you know, that balance in the middle pillar, you know, in between the two, in between Jakim and Boaz. But yeah, you know, coming across, a matter of fact, again, this is a month of like fiery action, you know, so be aware of, like, you know, as you're dealing with people, you know, like being aware of your own anger and hard-headedness and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put yourself in situations, you know, where your anger could be brought out of hand or anything of that nature, you know, because right now is definitely a time where, you know, your anger could pop off, you know, and it's about channeling anger in a, you know, in a positive manner, in a manner that benefits you, instead of, you know, harming you and hindering you, you know what I'm saying? Channeling that anger, like with situations like what they do with you know, the melanated people in America, where they shoot a brethren down to kind of, you know, in essence trolling, you know what I'm saying? And then for us to take that anger and go channel it in a way that doesn't benefit us, let's take that anger and then, like, all right, you know, say for instance, you know, Nipsey transition, like, I ain't gonna take my anger and go picket sign march. I'm gonna take that anger and channel it into creating a certain business or doing something, you know, for myself, which you know, is gonna help others, you know what I'm saying? Like not letting that anger again take it to a place where you harm yourself or others. But yeah, it's definitely a strong karmic vibe. A lot of old situations, you know, playing themselves out. You know, so we having to deal with certain people. You might have to deal with a certain person for momentarily, you know, for 2 or 3 weeks, because y'all just working out a certain karma. You know, it may seem like a pointless relationship or something of that nature, you know, but it's all, you know, you might have a few words with a certain person, you know, that's just working out certain little karmic energies that, you know, we not carrying moving forward. So we have to, you know, work them out right now, you know. And again, remembering to be observant, you know, don't, you know, just observe, you know, don't feel like, oh man, I want to run away right now. Or, you know, I'm not, you know, your now is your now for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, observe and be non-judgmental, you know, don't judge what's going on, you know. Once you go to judging, that's what, you know, throws things off. Michelle Rogers about asking questions. To some extent, I'm, you know, working to you know, be more fluid in that area of answering questions, and to making sure I'm dealing with my inner energy and dealing with what I gotta do, you know, because when I'm not in alignment, I may attract, and something happened for myself where I attracted a certain type of energy that made me not want to answer questions, but it would do to something in myself, you know. like people asking type of questions where it's like, all right, you know, that's why I made a video. I think it was an Instagram or something where I was like, well, to some extent there is a such thing as a dumb question, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's really, really dumb in that essence, you know. But it's like, you know, asking somebody something that you could research, or you know, something that simple, you know, like here it is, you know, we might be in a calculus class and you asking about what's 1 + 1, you know. It's like you might have to go back to kindergarten before, you know, like I realized that as a teacher or somebody who helps, you know, people on their growth. Like it's not about you know, going backwards per se, like, you know, because you go too far backwards and I'll be back at square one if I'm constantly dealing with, you know, energies or situations that I don't, you know, grew past in essence. And as I say, grow past, there's certain simplistic things, you know, that we keep maintaining our growth, like safe information, certain little things like that, you know, where it seems like it's simple Simon, but, you know, it works, and that's what, you know, what helps. And blessings, y'all. Blessing Kasim, blessings, Life Game. Glad you have Celeste. I don't know if you're talking to me. Hey, Salt is written. I appreciate that donation. Are you talking to somebody else? Yeah, Numite is a great crystal. But yeah, you know, again, the past meets the present. In order to create our future, we're dealing with a lot of karmic energy, you know. So we dealing with certain, you know, beings and certain souls in a certain way, you know what I'm saying? Like, if me and my mom, like in the past life, my mom could have been, you know, my daughter and I was the father, you know what I'm saying? In this lifetime, we got to have a conversation in order to, you know, stop the cycle of us, you know what I'm saying? You know, this karmic cycle that, you know, been holding us to this realm. You know, like there's a certain energy. Again, that's what it's all about. Basically, we working our energies to get the fuck out of this realm. You know what I'm saying? To be able to, you know, transition from out of this realm without having to reincarnate back into it. You know what I'm saying? This earthly plane is a, a hell of a test. Hell of a test. You know, matter of fact, and being in this earthly plane is basically just like the story of Job from the Bible, you know, where Job was a, you know, quote unquote, great, how can I say, like a great student of God, you know what I'm saying? Like Job was God's like main man, you know, God, you know, from that sense. But like, you know, Job was, hey, you know, he was on his shit. So the devil, again, the devil was like, all right, went to God and was like, I see your boy Job, you know, he faithful to you. You talk all this shit about your power and how faithful, you know, Job is. Let me test him. Let me see if Job really about what he be talking about. Shout out to Boosie. If Job about what he be talking about. You know what I'm saying? And you can kind of see our situation like that. You know, like all these gods about what they talking about. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? Let's throw them into this earthly matrix and see if they still gonna come out, you know, trusting source and feeling, you know, being in tune with higher self in that manner, you know. Like that's a connection as well. But Celeste Hill, blessings, blessings. Yeah, matter of fact, Shungite, man. We gotta load up on the Shungite. The Shungite is like, you know, one of the best things from, you know, helping us get over the Wi-Fi vibes and all that, you know what I'm saying? And another thing too, don't give too much power, you know, be aware of what's going on, but don't sit down all day, every day like chemtrails, 5G, chemtrails. Donald Trump, 5G. You know, what we focus on grows. Not telling you to stick your head in the sand, but again, you know what it is. To each his own on how we deal with, because we all are uniquely different in what we bring into the table in this lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like a potluck. Somebody got the beans and rice. And they the best person at making beans and rice too. Like, we ain't, people ain't bringing dishes to the table just cause, like, nah, the person who's doing a certain dish is doing that dish because they're great at cooking that shit. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want the person that's great at cooking red beans to try to cook a squash casserole when they got somebody who already great at cooking a squash casserole, and then things get out of place when we not, vibing in our unique energies, So that's another thing too, again, not letting external influences, guide your soul. Like, of course, you get little insights and certain little things, little revelations, certain little vibes and insights from, like, watching one of my videos or somebody else's videos, whatever the case may be. But, you're not taking it to a vibe of, like, I'm following everything Universal say, or I gotta, like, no, you should follow what I say is I'm not your guru, and learn how to strengthen your inner guidance. Like, you should, hold on to something that I say is that, like, in a paradoxical nature, like, if you're gonna listen to me about listening to yourself. Like, for real. Trusting your own inner guidance. That's a good man. Shout out to this bodysuit having a southern slang to it. Delivering these messages with a little southern slang. Yeah, that Shungite is the truth. That's another thing too, Again, we gotta realize that we are, and again, as I'm saying this is to those who it resonates with, because as much as we, again, like, that's why some people like, oh yeah, we all one and we all like the same. Nah, we not. It doesn't mean that I hate you or dislike you or think I'm inferior or superior, to any and everything, because, there's different levels on all levels, So, but like, say for instance, like, when we say there are certain beings that are chosen for a certain energy, chosen don't mean everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just like making a basketball team, like, say for instance, your partner made the basketball team, did you hate on them? Like, oh man, he think he all that because he made the basketball team, you know what I'm saying? But then come and find out, like, shit, when you see basketball practice, you like, damn, I guess I don't want to be, shout out to my brethren for making the basketball team, because I don't know if I could run that many laps and shoot that many shots. You know what I'm saying? And on the flip side, not being a person who made the team and being like, oh yeah, look at those people who ain't made the team. I got my fly jersey, I'm better than the rest. Nah, it's like, I made the basketball team, but it is what it is. I'm doing what I love, and as I'm doing what I'm loving and being who I am, I'm gonna make the basketball team. I'll be, on that, that squad, in essence, that chosen team. There's different growths and different levels to it, But again, that's not coming from a place of ego. That's, again, like, the lungs got a certain situation that got popping off. The heart got a certain situation to handle. The liver, and the same thing too, like with a basketball team, different parts. Somebody is a point guard, somebody a shooting guard, somebody a center, But matter of fact, making sure we staying away from, call it subtle vamping, but basically like it may not feel obvious, it's very subtle. But if a person is constantly on your mind in any other manner than bringing a smile to your face, so like if somebody constantly on your mind, if it's in any other manner than bringing a smile to your face, or making you feel good, or bringing some type of presence of peace to your soul, then they are draining you. You know what I'm saying? In some way, form, or fashion, they doing something that got you in your thoughts about them. Because think about it like this, if a person is constantly in your mind, that mean like when you're off in your day doing whatever it is that you do, instead of being present in your moment, you got this person popping up into your mind. Like, like I wonder if like I felt, even though they smile and shake my hand, I feel like this person, this and that. Well, then stop fucking with them. Like point blank period. Like if it don't feel like, oh man, like a true divine, like, bro, this feel like my fucking brother or sister, and I ain't never fucking met him before. You know what I'm saying? Like it should feel just like without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't hiding shit, no none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, letting go of those little subtle vamping vibes. But again, that if we being in some way, form, or fashion externally, that means it's certain actions and certain things going on in our subconscious that brought us or put us in that position to be, dealing with a person that got us feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's always looking back inward, and see what's going on inner. It's an inner assessment. You can't blame, like if you still sitting around blaming other people or anything external, if you blaming not having a soulmate on the reason why you at where you at, you blaming your mama still preaching about Jesus, in the house, that's the reason why I'm not connected, or like it ain't nothing externally has anything. It's your internal energy, and it's because of you looking externally and blaming something is making you're gonna go through more things, and feel like life is happening to you instead of you being the life itself. You know what I'm saying? Like we are the creators. We are the creators. Not the creation. We are the creators in a human bodysuit. Yeah, that's basically it, y'all. That's about it. Shungai, WD Shungai, definitely great for the water. Judith Butler, blessings, Earth to Maya, Memphis Black. Slice gang, if you're asking about mine, in Western astrology, it's Capricorn Sun, Aries Moon, Cancer Ascendant, and in the Vedic, beside real, it's Sagittarius Sun, Pisces Moon, and Gemini Ascendant, in which I've been learning too, to start diving deeper into the South Nodes and North Node energy, because that points out a lot of past life energy. So matter of fact, as I'm talking about that, that's why the universe made me bring it up. Like, we're dealing with a lot of karmic energy right now, and it's due to certain, again, certain things from past lives, all within this lifetime. But right now, it's mostly due to some like past life shit that really needs to. Because again, in order for us to grow, we gotta realize that we are dealing with a certain situation. Because if it remains hidden inside of us, then we'll never see it, and we'll never grow away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like we, as we should. Because again, energy is never stagnant. Like the only true hell in essence is being being stagnant in one realm, and reincarnating that one realm, having only that experience, so you're not expanding and learning, and that's why we had these analogies of jail and the Matrix and things of this nature, because it's like, because think about it, like a jailhouse is somewhere that you constantly, like, you don't see nothing but that jailhouse. you know, so it's not necessarily that this realm is a jailhouse. It's just a, you know, very dense physical realm, and the test is from Saturn and the moon in essence, you know, but more so, you know, the test from Saturn and this matrix is very difficult. You know what I'm saying? It's like being in a hard ass class with a difficult professor. Shout out to my brother Kyle, you know, bringing that up. You know, like Saturn is like that hard teacher, like that teacher is like, fuck, bro, I don't want to go to the fucking Saturn class, man. Shit, matter of fact, like I had Saturn energy. I don't want to go to Saturn class, bro. Like, but again, not, you know, jail in that sense. Again, we are beings that, you know, move like water flows, you know, moving, not staying stagnant, you know. And that's why, you know, as above, so below, as within, so without. You see it so much across the board. Like when we exercise and you feel good. Why? Because your water not, you know, we 70% water, and when we exercise and all that water is pumping and moving, you know what I'm saying? So it's not stagnant, you know. Like, so that water loves to move, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that whole aspect, letting it flow, you know, we're not trying to stay stagnant in one, you know, vibe, you know, constantly evolving. Matter of fact, like, again, I watched myself go through my little vibe. Like, it was somewhat showing me, because some of the old music I used to listen to, you know, like when I first started my growth, I just wrote it all off my brain and listen to these artists at all. But then, you know, something kind of showed me like, hey, you could kind of stick and move with certain little songs that have a certain little message and stuff like that. So, you know, I was going through that vibe, like, you know, checking out certain little songs, but also reminiscing on certain songs that I probably wouldn't really listen to no more too, you know what I'm saying? But we going, you know, bringing up these karmic energies, you know. You know, yesterday I smoked a spliff, but with more tobacco than what I'm used to doing right now, you know. Oh wait, man, I'm about to, yeah, you know, with more tobacco than I'm used to doing, so it kind of hit me kind of hard, you know, on some, like, you know, bringing me back in the old loop. So that's another thing too. Don't feel like, you know, like, oh man, I'm going backwards, or I'm going, you know, everything is going south, or this and that. Like, no, you know, pressure makes a diamond. You're going through what you should be going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything is gonna be like this, and it's not gonna feel like this. It's gonna get rough. Shake some shit up. Ah. But, you know, it's not, you know, it's not anything bad or good to go through. Things like, you're going through what you gotta go through, and it is, your now is what it is for a reason, you know. And now is the vibrate, you know, only focusing on the moment, you know. If I got a task to take care of, what, you know, what can I do in this moment to take care of that task? But well, put it like this, you know. Now, on an energetic level, if you're asking, like, with the astrology supporting it, I mean, the full moon in Libra is probably going to support that energy pretty strongly. You know, I think the full moon coming on the 19th, if I'm not mistaken. But they will, you know, survive rational, talking about romantic relationships. You know, that's coming up too as well. And with the relationship vibes, you know, just being in the moment, not trying to overplan situations, you know, how back in the, you know, or just any situation, but I think certain little things, or, you know, the little social construct of dating, like, where it's like, you know, like, are we boyfriend and girlfriend, or like trying to label, like, fuck a label, like, you know, just vibe with each other, vibe how you vibe with each other, you know. If something changes in the way you vibe, then that's what it is, you know. Kind of like my mom and papa from the south, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom and papa didn't necessarily get married, like, they was digging each other. They started digging with each other. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing, oh, sex. Like, that's why that's why everybody is in the comment section in this video due to sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? If sex didn't exist, I wouldn't even be in front of you right now. You know what I'm saying? If sex didn't exist, or intercourse or reproduction didn't exist, shit, even I joke. It's like a joke I make. With the bisexual, homosexual vibes, to each his own. But like I always make that joke. I'm like, even though you don't get down with that vibe of heterosexual vibes, it's like you gotta have some type of reverence and respect for it because you're allowed to be, you know, a homosexual, gay, bisexual, whatever the case may be. I don't keep up with all the names, uh, but you're allowed to be that due to entering the course. You know what I'm saying? So, everything. Shout out to Illuminati Congo for his album. Got a music album called All This Tantra. All This Tantra. But everything is connected to that Hathor energy, and Hathor is like the female, sexual essence of the Lucifer energy, to some extent. But that part. But yeah, that relationship vibes will start popping up stronger when this Libra full moon start to come through. Motivate. All right, Ace Infinity, man. Shout out to being down with old Universal when Universal's fresh in the game, man. I appreciate that love, because that was, thinking about, and again, realizing too, like in the moment you going through certain things, and to remind yourself, like, look at the resilience, or look at how, like, in life where was going through something, and then it was a brighter day after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if you haven't experienced that, again, it only comes to you through being in the moment and realizing, not to be all in your thoughts about the past or be worried about the future. All you got is the moment. And I always use that example of me starting my YouTube channel. Like, I could have panicked and been like, oh shit, I ain't got no camera, I ain't got no laptop yet, this and that. I was like, nope, like, hey, right now, what's the best I could do right now? I have a phone, hey, and it has a camera, hey, and it allows for me to upload on YouTube, hey. And 21,000 subscribers later, with one clickbait video with over 1,000 views, which is so uniquely crazy, because it's like, bro, like, everything is a reflection of yourself, because like my polarizing nature due to a lot of water, I'm not gonna say water, but like think about the significance of Pluto. I forgot what aspect it is, but long story short, like I'm very, like, I had to balance out being in the extremes, but like looking at my channel at one time, like, well, here it is, I had like a video with like 80,000 views, and then I got some videos that had like just 100 views, and I'm like, bro, this shit is so, I just stick to being who I am, and following my heart. Yes, Julie Butler, this experience is what you make it. Again, hell is only being, being stagnantly trapped in one energy, Because I even entertain the vibe of, like, even possibly where, as much as we say this realm is not our home, maybe it's just more so in the way it is right now. Maybe as we change it, again, like, because interdimensional travel is not necessarily about, actually, like, physically getting in this rocket ship and going out somewhere. It's an inner journey, what I'm saying? Like, where I go inward and I'm able to interconnect with different spheres of reality, quantumly. Again, like Lucy, what I'm saying, on the Lucy vibes. If you watch the movie Lucy, like, towards the end where she kind of like disappeared, but not necessarily disappearing, but just became, went back into being that no thing. And speak on, like, the aspect of, like, all atoms having like 99% of, like, void, what they call matter, but like, that void energy, that no thing, that no thing that's full of potential, to create. Matter of fact, I did a video earlier, but it's gonna get posted after this. But I did a video about like crystals and how their formation also goes into the energy that they give off for healing, as well. But y'all, I'm about to go. I gotta go pee. I gotta go pay. Like Forrest Gump, I have to pay. I must have drunk about 15 Dr. Peppers. Matter of fact, I hope copyrighting don't get too strict to where you can't even do impersonations no more. Like universal frequencies, you talk like Forrest Gump on your video, and Fox in name is doing copyright stuff to it. Yeah, that's crazy shit. But sex. Oh no, not sex. Not the thing that's everything and everywhere. Even breathing, like just now when I inhaled inward, that was air having sex with earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is earth. The two yonis in essence. I could pull the air through that yoni in essence. You know what I'm saying? As above, so below. But yeah. Is written. I've referenced Bobby a lot because I learned a lot from him, and yeah, we from that same little, same little soul fam, so to speak. Yeah, I've really been attempting to keep that frame of mind and make the best of really just liking my job and attempting. And again, like if you had a job that you don't like, that don't mean that you act like you like it, but you recognize, hey, me being mad or not liking this moment only makes this moment worse. Like I have to accept what is, I accept that, bro. I don't too much like my job, but I'm at it, accept what is, and then start working in your now, within your moment, start working to, change that. But I'm out, y'all. Peace. I don't want to urinate on myself. Drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water right now. Get that water in. That agua, that H2O. And go by the water, by the beach and stuff like that, which I'm going to do soon. But, peace, y'all. Happy now. Now's a vibrate, of course. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past.